Hello everyone! In today's video I was going to be continuing my Tears of the Kingdom series. In the last episode, we unlocked a bunch of the random side villages. Off camera, I had fought the pirate enemies that were attacking Laurelin Village. I was going to put it in the last video, however there was a bit of an editing mistake. I also got the Island Lobster shirt, which will be needed for this episode. I'll just show you all a quick way to unlock it. You can do this when the pirate ship's here, or when it's not. But you'll just come like right here to this little beach and look around for a chest in the water. When you get that chest, it should be in there. If it's not in the specific chest, keep looking, because there are more than one chest here, as you can see right there. Alright, now we're going to teleport to the outskirts stable. At this rate, you may have noticed the upgraded stamina. Pretty much every episode I always go trying to grind shrines, arrows, and money and other things, just that way I'm prepared for future YouTube videos. I highly recommend it since this game's a lot harder than Breath of the Wild, the original one. Alright, now that I have my horse, we're going to be heading to the Gerudo Desert to finish off the last part of the game. Well, it's for the 4 main dungeons anyway. The reason I recommended the Island Lobster shirt is because it gives heat resistance, which we're heading to the desert. Your Flamebreaker armor will not work, although I still find it very weird how it doesn't. Other alternatives are having Sidon's ability, his water wall force field, that'll work to keep the player cool, and also using Splash Fruit, which we have 11 of right now. Note that eating the Splash Fruit doesn't activate the effects, you have to throw it on yourself. Don't worry about these guys here. They're distracted with the choo-choo jellies. Just don't stand next to it, because as y'all saw, the electric shocks are super huge. If y'all remember in Breath of the Wild, there was a Hinox on this bridge. In this game, no more. However, there is a mini stable, which I'll just be passing by. I'm going to pick up some of this free Splash Fruit. It's good to have. Right here, there's another device dispenser. You can use it if you want to, but I think I'll be fine for now. As you can see, the entire entrance is blocked by this giant ruin. From this point forward, you can't bring your horse, otherwise the guard right there will not let you pass. But I'm sure she'll let me pass right now, right? Huh, guess not. I'm just kidding. I already knew that would happen. She wants you to take a quiz for your survival, just to kind of give you some in-game tips. How do you best warm up when it's cold? Let's see here. Stay near a fire. It's the easiest one. You can just kind of follow along what I'm doing. Last question. Which gives you an extra Splash Fruit. It's actually the perfect time to travel right now because it's cold and it's not hot. Which it could be used to our advantage for not having to worry about other things, such as heat or the fire of Lizalfos. Instead, there'll be ice Lizalfos. On another video, I talked about there being Lizzle transformations, but it's actually that they take shifts. I know some of y'all were commenting in that video, telling me about that. How they actually take shifts instead of actually transforming, although it's still pretty cool. You can just ignore them. Another thing you could ignore or do is the Addison sign, right there. Here we kind of have a few options on where we could go. We could take the longer and safer route that way, which when I say long, it's super long, and it's actually not the safest because of the weather, or the quick and easy route, which is what I'm taking, and honestly, that's not really too dangerous. If you get shade inside of the shade, you'll be fine from the weather, or if you have Sidon's ability, which in this case he's just running on over. As you can see, there are tumbleweeds. I think I mentioned that you could slash them open to get stuff like spicy peppers and flint, but that's about it. We're basically just doing the same route as in Breath of the Wild, except without our horse, because the guard at the gate made us leave our horse here for some reason. Mainly because of the canyon flood, which y'all will see right now. Alright, we're almost there. Which y'all could see this 6-wheeled vehicle. We're going to be using it. We have to attach the wheel onto ourselves. Gotta grab it. Whenever you're building with these giant wheels, make sure they face the right way. You can tell that by looking at the arrows in which direction they point. As you can see, it's all good. A quick quirk seed you could do is getting this one. Oh wait, no, this is the other one. Let me see where it leads. Alright, we have this one right here. Normally they face the direction of where they need to go. Like, for example, if one of them's facing that way, they need to go that way. Although in this case, he didn't. But I'm just going to pick him up because he's on the way. Stick him to my vehicle. And now we just got to go there. This vehicle doesn't consume a lot of batteries, so it'll be good for early game. Alright, we have the next quirk seed here. Give him his friend. Note for completionists out there, if you get 2 quirk seeds from there, it only counts as 1 towards your progression. So in other words, like if you got like a quirk seed by itself from one of the puzzles, it only counts as 1 quirk seed. Same with these, it doesn't qualify as 2, even though they're 2, you're getting 2 quirk seeds. There's this rock right here, which we could use if we wanted to go up into the skies. Although it'll be good here. I'm gonna activate this shrine next. When I first saw this shrine on my main account, I thought the game was glitched because the main thing didn't spawn. Now they're gonna make you go all the way back down there, and I think into a cave to grab the crystal and bring it back. Although I'm not gonna do that on camera, just because it'll take a while. You're not gonna want to use this one, but you are gonna want to use this one. You're gonna want to use a fan. They give you all the resources you need here for a boat. A simple vessel like this will do you good. Now we just gotta go against the water. This boat is super fast. Sometimes it's just the simpler boats that work. The treasure chest here, I'm gonna grab it. Maybe there's something good inside of it. Let's see here. 10 arrows. Won't pass up those. Is that another chest? No, it's just a box. There's a cave to my left if y'all saw right there. I'm not going to bother going into it for now. This waterfall right here, behind the waterfall, is a secret cave, which you'll recognize it by the 2 candles in front of it. We don't need the boat anymore. This waterfall is the source of the canyon flood. It was just caused by water being discovered in one of the canyons, and then it started to flow out into this canyon. From here on out, it's dry. And shady, which is good for when you're traveling. It's actually easier to fly around here. Do I have any sleds in my inventory? No, but I do have rockets. If I had a sled, I would attach it to my shield, so that way I could go further. Now we're just going to continue onward. If you're taking the other route, like I mentioned, the longer, safer path, it would have led to right here. So either path works. Right now it's getting hot, as you can see. Disequipping your warm gear, having it equipped doesn't actually do anything. However, I will switch to the Hylian trousers for more defense if I find any enemies. Another one of these Addison signs right here. Now we made it to the Gerudo Canyon stable, which is closed down. You have to break all the boxes in here for a side quest. Oh, I passed the shrine. I thought it was up where it was originally in Breath of the Wild, but no, I actually passed it. We're just gonna head up here now. Well, we got the next shrine. Right here, you could see a little campfire, which is an NPC with a side quest here. There's a Gerudo over there. If you remember, it was the same NPC in Breath of the Wild that asked for the Moldiga guts for that medicine of whatever she'd wanted it for. I think it was for the medicine. In this game, she wants you to get Gleeok guts, which if you don't know what that is, it's dropped by the hardest to beat enemy in the game, the King of Gleeok. It'll be better for you to come up here and then enter the desert, which you'll shortly see why. Because there's a giant sandstorm. The entire desert's covered in a giant sandstorm. You can just fly from up here. If you didn't, you could rent a sand seal for 20 rupees. However, I need to save my rupees for another purchase we're going to make later. And up ahead is another shrine. Now we're just going to head on over to the shrine. Now that we have this shrine, now we're in the Karakara Bazaar, which we're going to buy this Desert Bow headband for the heat resistance. I'm just going to sell this person really quick. I'll sell 2 of them. Gemstones have other uses than just selling. Now we can buy this. The Island Lobster shirt can keep you a bit cool. However, you need the 2 pieces of heat resistant gear in order to stay officially cool. Alright, now we're heading to Gerudo Town. Make sure you get this shrine because you're going to have to come back here later. We can just use these updrafts to get there. Which, just like in Breath of the Wild, it gets rid of our map and we can't teleport out of it. Oh, we can actually teleport. But as you can see, it blocks out my entire map. And doesn't actually reveal where I am. Now, we're going to encounter a new enemy, a Gibdo. They can't be destroyed with regular attacks. It has to be elemental, like Sidon's ability, for example. And then we just gotta fight them. We have Gibdo Guts, a rarer drop, and Gibdo Bone. And yes, that does do 40 damage when you add it, but it's a one-time use, so it's better to add those to your arrows. The Gibdo Bones are actually pretty common from these enemies. They also typically have swords and arrows impaled into them, So that's another thing you could get from them. There's a desert rift right here, which was created throughout the events of the game. If you keep walking in that direction, you can kind of get around the rift. Although I'm not sure if y'all are seeing anything because of the sandstorm. But the desert rift is a good sign that you're halfway there. I'm pretty sure it's a reference to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, because there was a desert rift in that game as well. Now we got an oil jar. I like to call them expensive oil jars because they cost like 12 rupees. 12 or 16, although I think 12. We're almost there. If you can't find it, just try to look for one of these updrafts. There's a bloopy right there. As you can see, the town's right here. Which, as you all can see, it's completely destroyed and filled with Gibdos. Look at him there, just acting like he owns the place. Not for long. Well, actually, I'm running away, so that way I can do the main story and then beat him later. Down here, there's a Gerudo bunker, but they don't let you in, so we're just going to enter through the top. So just go into the throne room. This Sandseal statue is a new addition. If you look at that little ruin right there, we're going to be going back there in the future. Now just hop in here. I'm just going to skip all the dialogue and cutscenes. And now for once, the player's actually allowed inside of Gerudo Town. Alright, now we have to head to the ruins to the north. Which, if y'all recall that bloopy we saw, we're basically going to be heading where that was. It's pretty easy to get to. We're literally just going to be heading... Where you see that little ruin right there? That's where we're heading. Pretty easy. Here's the bloopy. I'm just going to pass him. Which we're looking for lightning strikes. And that Sandseal right there. I'm just going to skip all the dialogue. Alright, now, because she can't aim at these things with her lightning attack, she needs the player's help simply by shooting this. You may have already guessed it by now, but when you unlock her as a companion to follow you around, this is her ability, which she's just demonstrating how it works. She wants us to shoot at that rock so it gets all three of them. Oh, I missed. If you need to, you can use a straight shot bow if you have one. Or better yet, let me see if I have one, a key swing. I hope this still counts. I missed it again. There's too much pressure. Just kidding. Alright, now that's there. Oh, it really is the key swing. Okay, I think I might just be doing it too high up. I just need to shoot directly at it. This bow's good enough. There we go. Alright, now I'm gonna see if I can get my arrows back. Nope, last one burned right in front of me. If you don't have any arrows, I believe, or a bow, it's either one or the other that's in here. Yep, a nice knight's bow, which does a lot of damage. Alright. Now they want us to head back to the Karakara Bazaar, which is why we got the shrine. Alright, once you teleport there, they immediately start the battle. Don't forget you could shoot in between Gibdos to defeat them. I forgot, I'm pretty sure if you talk to them... okay. If you need to restock your resources, they have them right there. This is also a good place. Make sure you get all the Gibdo bones and stuff while you can. because this qualifies as inside of a village, they don't let you use tool inside on a Yunobo. Alright, we got these next ones. I'm just picking up all the bones and stuff I can get. They want us to get those. If you don't have arrows, you can use elemental weapons by fusing them to it. As you can see, you have to watch for her health. If she dies, the player does. This is just a practice for what's yet to come. Now they're showcasing that thing is the entrance and how to get rid of all of them. As you can see, that was pretty easy. Now we just have to defeat the surviving Gibdos. I'm just trying to collect all their drops because the bones are super powerful. With that done, now it shows that Gerudo Town's being attacked by more of them. You're basically going to be doing the same thing over there, but there are 3 spawners and way more enemies, and a new variant of Gibdo, so the player has a lot to look out for. However, I'm coming back here for this last Gibdo bone. However, they do prepare the player before fighting them. For the next episode, I'd really suggest getting even more arrows, because you're going to be needing them. And also finding something like a fire-like stone or ice key swing. Basically something with an elemental property, but not red choo-choo jelly, rupees, or fire fruit, because those things burst on use, unless you have a cork sword. Anyways, that's going to finish up this video, so please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Goodbye.